Transport yourself back to 14th century Europe with Manor Lords, a new medieval city builder from indie developer Slavic Magic. With authentic architecture, clothing, weapons, and culture, Manor Lords aims to provide an immersive slice of medieval life. Starting with a humble hamlet, you'll build and manage a thriving settlement where farmers, craftsmen, merchants, soldiers, and more go about their daily business. Careful decision-making is key, as keeping your people content is just as important as fortifying your defenses against threats. Sophisticated production chains will keep resources flowing, while tactical battles allow you to command troops when conflict arises. Frostpunk 2 is a city-building and survival video game developed and published by 11-Bit Studios. The game is set 30 years after the original game's Great Storm, and invites you to take on the role of a city leader in an alternate history early 20th century where a worldwide volcanic winter destroyed nearly all human civilization. Set in New London, the game offers you the opportunity to build a much larger city, and you can now build regions, and each region provides a specific function. For example, food, energy, or shelter. In the game, you will have to make morally and politically questionable decisions as you build and manage your city. Laysara Summit Kingdom is a challenging city builder that takes the genre to new heights. After your people have been driven from the plains, you must establish a new home for them on the mountainside. Each time you play Story or Sandbox, you will build cities on different mountains with unique features and challenges. Your cities coexist, so you can tailor your trade network to the cities you've already established. Each mountain presents unique challenges, different shapes, layouts, resources, and weather conditions. Sometimes you have large lands to farm in green plains, and sometimes you need to extract precious minerals from frozen regions. If you run into trouble for any resources, you can always trade with other cities. In Farthest Frontier, you're tasked with building a settlement in the uncharted wilderness. The game provides the essence of pioneering spirit like no other. It's not just about building, it's about survival, dealing with elements like disease, harsh weather, and resource scarcity. The most compelling part is the challenge of creating a self-sustaining settlement while battling the relentless forces of nature. It's a true test of your strategic planning and adaptability. True to its name, Pioneers of Pagonia plops players in the middle of an archipelago to help develop settlements after a cataclysm destroyed colonies. Traveling island to island, players explore the map to establish territories, find resources, plan logistics, and secure alliances with villages to unite the archipelago. Unlike the Settlers, lead developer Volker Wertich's old work, Pagonia does not have RTS controls. Combat, patrolling, and even a village's development will depend on the player's city planning and decision-making skills. Learning the game's core systems is important, as each map is procedurally generated and unique to each playthrough. 8 years after the genre-defining original, Cities Skylines 2 brings new features, upgraded tools and AI, and expanded elements to the table. Road and zoning tools, public and cargo transportation, traffic AI, and city services now have more nuanced mechanics that improve their base functionality. Skylines 2 also added climates to complement its 4 seasons. Climates are unique to each of the 441 map tiles and will interact with all 4 seasons. As a result, players have to contend with weather-related challenges while planning their city. Changes to the economic and production simulations also test players' abilities to plan a great city. The video game Gord is inspired by Slavic mythology and tasks players with governing a small community called the Tribe of Dawn. As they band together to survive in forbidden lands, players guide and aid their growth. Tasks in the game include shaping the people, honing survival skills, fostering cultural identity, and more. However, navigating wars and tough scenarios while preserving tribe growth and sanity proves challenging. Negative factors like death, hunger, and disease can impact settlers' mental well-being, leading to despair. Thus, players must prioritize basic resources and population health when constructing a city to gain more time and opportunities to achieve their goals. Although a city builder Against the Storm also has roguelike elements that make each playthrough quick and sharp. Players must create settlements around the smoldering city against the looming threat of a corruptive forest and hostile landscape. Once they do, villages must complete tasks while players keep the villagers happy. Every round allows players to unlock tech that makes every subsequent playthrough easier. Every procedurally generated map presents a challenge for builders who want to hit as many goals as possible per hour-long playthrough. Instead of building cities, Terra Nil asks players to clean up a desolate world and bring life back to its barren landscape. Players start from scratch in this environmental strategy game. Eco-technology will help players transform barren fields, toxic soil, and polluted oceans into idyllic spaces for animals to call home. But as a reverse city builder, any tech used to terraform the wasteland must also be cleaned up before players leave the space. In effect, Terra Nil is still a city builder, except players are rebalancing environments to leave healthy homes for wildlife. Most cities are built by and inhabited by humans. In Timberborn, settlements are built by beavers, who are under your control. It's your job to direct these furry critters around as they build houses, gather resources, and do what beavers do best. As you'd imagine, water plays a very important part of the game, and this is one of the ways that Timberborn sets itself apart from its compatriots on the city builder scene. The game is currently in early access, but enjoys a dedicated fan base and oodles of positive reviews.